Hey guys, I'm Michael. I'm a Kentico MVP and I'm Head of Web Development for Modern Citizens in London. We're a Kentico Gold partner. In this video I'm going to be taking you through how you can completely automate the upgrades of your Xperience by Kentico test and production instances via your deployment pipeline. So here I am in the Kentico documentation. I'm on the changelog page for the Xperience by Kentico product. This page details all of the features and fixes that are being released, and you can see here there's a refresh release every single month that's delivering new features to the product. But ideally what we want to be able to do is deliver these and deploy these features out to your test and production instances for your client. And so in order to do that, you really need kind of an automated deployment process that's going to do this for you. These can be manually done, but if you want to be able to do these quite frequently, you really need to automate the process. So what I'm going to do today is talk you through how you can automate that process and provide you with a PowerShell script that you can integrate into your deployment pipeline that's going to do that for you. So the overall process is that you're still going to be upgrading your local development instance, committing those code changes into your source control. They'll go through your automated build tool, and then when it comes out to your automated deployment pipeline, you really want to have a way to compare the version of the code that you're deploying versus the version of the environment that you're deploying into, and then figure out if the version that you're deploying is newer, then run the script to upgrade your target Xperience by Kentico instance. Okay, so in my GitHub repository here, I've got a script that's going to do exactly that for you. So just to walk you through what's going on here, I've just got a variable here that we're going to set to the path of your website route on your deployment target. So if it's a Windows VM, this will just be a path to the website route. Then you're going to put in the assembly name for your Xperience by Kentico website that's you're getting. You can get that from the local development environment. And then I've got a function that's going to go off and get the connection string, because we'll be using that later, and it's going to get the connection string from the app settings file. And then we've got another function that's going to go to the database and run a script on the database that's connected to your target website that you're deploying into. And then down here we've now got a query that we're going to run on the database that's going to tell us the version of Xperience by Kentico that we're deploying into. And then down here we're getting the version that we've upgraded our Xperience DLLs to. And then down here we've got a simple if statement that's going to compare the DLL version with the current version, and if the DLL version is newer than the version of Kentico that we're deploying into, then we're going to run Kentico's.NET CLI commands, passing in the KXP update argument to run the upgrade on the website instance. So what does that look like when it comes to incorporating that into a deployment pipeline? So here I am in my deployment pipeline here. This is a typical deployment pipeline for Xperience by Kentico. The first step is to take the website offline, so you're making sure you're not getting any requests going to the website. Then you're going to deploy in your package, so you're deploying in the upgraded code base that you've committed to your source control. That's been built, gone through your automated build tool and packaged up. That's what we're deploying in here. Then we're going to run the upgrade Xperience by Kentico script that I've just shown you. And then after that, in my case, I'm using the cd restore command as well. And then I'm going to take the website back online again so we can start receiving requests. Okay, so let's have a look at running this whole process. But first of all, I'm going to take you through upgrading my local instance of Xperience by Kentico. Okay, so in the changelog on the right hand side, there's a link to updating Xperience by Kentico projects. So I can read through this documentation here, but if I whiz down to the bottom here, I'm using the continued integration feature of Xperience by Kentico. So there's a few extra steps I need to take to upgrade my local version of the site. So first of all, I'm making sure I haven't got any pending changes I need to commit, and then I've created a backup of my local database. I've shut down the Xperience by Kentico application so it's not receiving any requests, and the thing I now need to do is to upgrade the project NuGet packages. So if I head on into my code here, I'm going to right click and do manage NuGet packages. So my packages are using 29.7.1 and I want to upgrade these to the latest version. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, that's all done. The next step I need to do is disable CI via a SQL script. So I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to go into my database and then I'm going to create a new query. And and I'll run that. Okay, so that's disabled CI locally. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is just rebuild the project. So I'm just going to come along here and build my website. Great, so that's all built. So the next thing we need to do now is to update the project data in the database. So I'm going to head on over to the documentation here, and I'm going to copy the .NET CLI command that's going to do this for me. Head back into Rider, and then I can run the script from here. Great, so that's all completed now. So now I need to go back into the documentation so I can then re-enable CI locally on my database. So let me just run that script again. Great, so that's all re-enabled. And then the next thing I need to do is to run the CI restore command to serialize all the objects back into the CI repository. So if I copy that, then I'm going to run into terminal again, run the CI store command. Great, so that's all completed. So now I'm going to run the website. Great, and then just log into the admin. Okay, and then we can see here that the version has been upgraded to 29.7.3. Brilliant. So the next thing we need to do is, because I'm using the continuous deployment feature of Kentico as well, I also need to re-serialize and store all those CD files again in the CD repository. So I've actually got a PowerShell script that's going to do that for me, and I've actually covered this in a previous video which I'll link to in the description. But for now I'm just going to stop the website locally, and I'm just going to run the cd store command. Great, and that's all completed successfully. So the next thing I need to do is to commit all my code files to source control, let that all run through our automated build system, and then we can watch it go through the deployment pipeline in real time. So here we are, I've committed the code, it's gone through our auto build, it's now being deployed to our UAT environment. Here it's gone onto the VM, it's downloading the package at the moment, so we'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, so the package has been extracted and deployed into the website root folder. Now we're running the upgrade Xperience by Kentico instance, so if we just expand this a bit, you can see it's found the current version running on the UAT site is 29.7.1, and the version being deployed is 29.7.3. So now it's just running the upgrade script to get the UAT instance upgraded, and then it's running a database. So great, that's all upgraded on the database as well. Now we're going to run the CD restore, and the app offline has now been disabled. So there we are, all done. Great, so that happened really quick, really impressive. Now let's go over to our UAT website and check the new version number. Cool, so I'm all logged in here, and as you can see, all upgraded to 29.7.3. So as you've seen, automating upgrades eliminates manual intervention and ensures that sites stay current with minimal effort. This doesn't just save developers time, it reduces risk and allows upgrades to be done more frequently, meaning that marketing and content teams can benefit from the new features more frequently. I think also in this instance as well, automation isn't just a technical convenience, but it's actually a strategic advantage. It helps your development team focus on delivering value rather than managing maintenance. Anyway, I hope you found this video really useful. Please like and subscribe. I've got more videos coming up as well. You'll find a link to this GitHub repository in the description below. That's it for now. See you again.